Well, there are 4 parts to the IELTS test. All of the parts are testing your academic skills in English. The whole test takes around 3 hours. You start with the listening test, and that's followed by the reading, then the writing, and finally the speaking test. In the listening test, you listen to a number of different situations and answer questions. Some of the situations are everyday situations, like going out for dinner, going to the theatre, but the final 2 parts are academic situations about university life. In the reading test, you have to answer questions on 3 academic reading passages. The questions get more difficult as you go through the test. Then you do the writing test, and in the IELTS writing, you have to write 2 different essays. The first one is we call task 1, where you describe a diagram, usually containing statistics. Then you write a traditional academic essay. You need to write around 250 to 300 words in the essay. And then you do the speaking test. The speaking test is with an examiner, and you answer some questions about yourself. You have to give a short presentation on a topic, and then you have an academic discussion with the examiner. At New Cambridge, we will prepare you for all the different parts of the IELTS exam, starting from levels at around band 5, moving up to higher levels of band 7. All of our courses will include all the different parts of the IELTS test. And at the end of each course, we will give you a mock test, which is almost the same as the real test. And that will give you a great indication about how ready you are for the IELTS test. In addition to what you learn in the classrooms through our courses, we have a lot of extra material and activities that you can do at home. In our self-access centre, you can do practice writing, practice speaking tests, and we also have a lot of writing clubs, reading clubs, listening clubs, and speaking clubs, where you can practice the skills that you've learned on the course. In Bangkok, you have a choice between the computer-delivered IELTS test and the paper-delivered test. The main difference is there's a lot more flexibility with the computer test because you can choose to do it on almost every day of the week. You also get your results in a much quicker time, usually within 5 days. For the paper test, it takes a little bit longer to do, and you have to wait 13 days before you get your results. So it's up to you to decide whether you prefer to write using a pencil or a pen or to use the keyboard on a computer. At New Cambridge, we can offer you mock tests from both types of tests. You can do a computer online mock test or a paper mock test. With the Self-Access Centre, we offer a variety of different clubs that you can do after your normal course hours. In a speaking club, some speaking clubs you will be discussing topics that come up in the IELTS test. In a writing club, it might be a focus on a particular diagram for task 1 or a particular type of essay for task 2. For the reading club, it's usually a revision of all the strategies that you need to do the reading test. And in the listening club, much of the same, looking at different listening strategies and doing some practice. We also offer bonus tutorials. This is a very useful way to do a one-to-one with a teacher and practice what you will need to do in the real speaking test. The teacher will also give you an idea of your band score for speaking. We have some online speaking test activities where you can record yourself doing a mini presentation, submit it to the SAC, and it will be marked by a teacher, and you will be given an indication of the band score with some advice. That also can be done for the writing. You can submit a task 1 essay or a task 2 essay. It will be marked by a teacher. Any errors will be highlighted, and there will be some general advice and a band score for your writing. It's essential that you use these practice activities to develop the skills that you've learnt in the classroom.
New Cambridge. New possibilities